Namaskar and welcome back to another episode of Unlocking Stars with Abhishek, a series on Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra. Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra is one of the authentic scriptures available on Vedic astrology. In the last episode, we started with a new chapter, chapter number 44 on longevity. In continuation with that, today we will be doing the next set of verses, that is from verse 9 to 15. To enlighten us on these verses and to tell us more about these verses, we have with us our astro expert Abhishek. Welcome, Abhishek. So, over to you.
Thank you very much. Again, it's a great pride and pleasure doing commentary on these great verses. Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar at the moment in a very complex adhyay, very difficult adhyay. Through the second verse of this chapter, he already declared that one. When Maitre asked, tell me about the techniques of longevity calculation of a native, then he told, instantaneously he told, is the calculation of longevity is even difficult for devatas. It's very difficult for devatas. Even devatas are not able to predict the accurate ayus. But being a great teacher, being a divine guide, he ready to bless Maitre and all whole astrological community with the celestial techniques. What he is saying, he learned from the parampara. So in short, he is just telling. So how complex, how difficult this adhyay is to apply, and very ethical, very cautious application of these verses are required. That's very certain. In an astrological point of view, if you see through the prism of a astrologer, the calculation of longevity is essential for a particular native's span, lifespan. Then only you can allocate you can understand the whole karmic pattern and whole the falades can be done in a more accurate way. That's why Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar is revealing this one. He is talking about the ayu, he is not talking about the death. But the loss of ayu is the death. So earth house is talking about both things. Right now, Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar is revealing first technique, Pindayu technique. So we have started that one, the Pindayu techniques. So up to verse 15, he will complete this very first technique. Thereafter, he will go for another technique and another technique. He will bless with some techniques, more techniques. Uha Pohupatu. So he's giving more technique. If you are going in a battlefield, so you are not keeping one arm in your hand. You should have other additional support instruments, tools also. That's why Mahaguru is blessing with several techniques to Maitre. Let's immerse in a Mahaguru Mahakathan related to Pindayu technique, the balanced Pindayu technique. Before that, as usual, we will go and pray to Mahakal, the Lord of the Kal, the Guru of the Guru, the Dev of the Dev. Let's immerse in the prayer. He will bless us. Vande Kal Haram Haram Visudharam Vande Mridam Dhurjatim Vande Sarvagatam Dayamritnidham Vande Nirsingapaham Vande Viprasurarchitanghrikamalam Vande Bhagapaham Vande Bhaktijanasraye Chavardam Vande Shivam Sankaram Vande Shivam Sankaram Vande Shivam Sankaram. Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. So let's imagine Mahaguru Parashar Mahakathan. Mahaguru explained Maitreya, hey Maitreya, the process of manifestation is very important. You should understand that one. Then only you can understand the longevity. So how native is manifested, and that is called the birth only. That's why Srishti Kram Adhyaya is the very beginning. In the very beginning, he revealed the whole cosmic manifestation. And we are the part of the cosmos. We are the tiny little bit, the dust, cosmic dust. So the same principle is applicable here also. Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde. So the launching pad is the Nakshatra Loka. When native is appearing in this physical form, so planets are blessing. So they are all interconnected entities. They are giving blessings of the Ayu for this span. So Mahaguru allocated the Ayus like all 7 planets. How Ayu will be allocated? For Sun 19 year or Moon 25 year and so on and so forth. After that, immediately after that, Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar put one condition. Planets will give Ayu, the Purna Ayu, for example, Sun for 19 year. If they are exalted, if debilited, then half. And if in between, then it's in anupat, in proportion. And for proportion, he has provided the rule, the technique. So for the longevity calculation through this method, we have a chart of the native. And we got the planetary position in that particular chart. So through that planetary position, we understand the placement of the each planet, like Sun, Moon, Mars, if they are exalted or not exalted or debilitate or where they are situated. And through their position, by applying those verses, we can easily calculate how much Ayu will be given by Sun, how much given by Moon, and how much given by Mars, and so on and so forth, up to 7. And then we can add that one. So it's not that simple, because Mahaguru is coming up with some set of rule again. That is the Harana, that is the reduction, that is the rectification, based on the placement of the planet, based on the avastha of the planet. So once you know, so this is the value given by the sun, then you have to do this reduction. So that reduction is Mahaguru is revealing here, coming up with some classical Parashari verses. Let's immerse in the verse 9 first. So we will go from 9 to 15, and then all classical Parashari methods, revelation techniques related to Pindayu will be revealed. And then Mahaguru will go in another technique. So let's come in the 9th verse. Parasar Uvacha Ast gastu hare sa ardha vina sukra sanaischarau vakracharam vina trayansam satrurasau hare graha. So he is giving the rule. He is giving the rule, that is Visesh Sanskar of the planet. If planet is being combusted by sun, the mighty sun, the sun is coming and combust the planet in the chart. So sun is also there, and sun combust the chart, combust that planet, particular planet. So if you consider how much ayu, how much life that combust planet is giving, then you have to do the half. You have to do the half, but there is an exception of Venus and Saturn. So if Venus or Saturn is combust, then also there is no reduction in that case. So that is the rule number one for the reduction. That is the first rule. Reduction for combustion. That is the first rule. If any planet is combust, do the half reduction, except Venus and Shanidev. That is the first rule. Second rule Mahaguru is giving in this verse only, the last line. If planet is posited in the Satru Rasi, if Satru Rasi, enemical sign, then reduction is 1/3, except the Vakracharam. So retrograde, if planet is retrograde, don't touch. So through this verse number 9, he has provided two reduction techniques: reduction by half and reduction by 1/3. So reduction by half in case of the combustion, except Venus and Saturn, and reduction by 1/3 in case of inimical position in the inimical sign, except retrograde planets. So he is giving simple reductions. When we will do the example, so you will put all the 7 planets and how much each planet is giving Ayu, you will put that one, the pool, then you have to apply the first reduction, second reduction, third reduction, and then you will then get for this particular native how much sun is giving, how much moon is giving, and then you add up, then you get the Pindayu. It's very simple. Mahaguru has made it very simple. So I hope two reduction techniques is very clear now through the verse number 9. It's very, very clear, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. You have any questions for this reduction techniques?
No, not so far.
Yes,
fine.
it's very simple. Yes, yes. Now Mahaguru is coming up with the another reduction technique. The third reduction.
Just one thing that was coming to my mind was why, in case of the first rule, means sometimes we just have to understand it, but why Venus and Saturn has been exempted? Why? What could be the reason?
These are the abstract Parashara. These are the abstract Parashara principles, and Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar received that one from Lord Shiva directly. And receiving things from Lord Shiva directly, it means he is in the state of the Shiv Samujya. So there is a state called Shiv Samujya. So in that stage, the sadhak can go in a para state, and then he can attain that knowledge. So this that is the blessing he is telling us in this Bakari Bani. He is telling us. So it's very difficult to put this on in a logical scale at the moment. But Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa said that one. This is the Guru Vakya. This is the Guru Vakya at the moment. But it's a very logical question. We should think, and I'm always encouraging people. Even Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar is also indicating you go and do research, think what is happening, why it is like that. So that culture, this culture should be inculcated in our society. Then only this Shastra will get the real place in the society where it has to be, the respect. So people, research oriented minded people will come and think on that one. But at the moment, what is coming in my mind, it's a Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar in the state of like a highly contemplated state. Because you can't say like that if like illogical things here.
So can the relationship between Saturn and Sun be one of the factor for exempting Saturn? I mean, can it be possible?
I don't think that is the reason. I don't think that is the reason. Because because Sun is coming and combust that one also. Sun is not escaping anyone. If he is Saturn, or if come close, then combust. If Venus, he will combust Venus also. So there is no exception at all. But in case of the longevity calculation, so you can think like that. If you go and think, so if you think like that, if the Sunny Dev is giving the more Ayu, like, so he is not reducing the Ayu from the Sunny Dev. The portfolio of the Sunny Dev is to Ayu Karak Sunny Dev, so not reducing that one. And the Sukradev, he is the sadhak of Lord Shiva, and owner of the Mahamrityunjay Smrit Sanjeevani Vidya, the Ayu Karak Guru. So that's why
Yes.
he is not decreasing or deteriorating the portfolio of these two entities in the cabinet, because after all, Sun is the king of the cabinet, and these Saturn and Sukradev, they are also member of the same cabinet. That's why he is not touching those portfolio. That can be a reason. That can be a logic.
That
But
seems logical.
yes, but it requires a lot of research, and I'm very happy if somebody will do this one. That will be great service to the tradition. This is
Thank you.
anything else? Okay, so Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar, now moving to the 10th verse. Through the 9th verse, he provided two techniques for the reduction. Now, through the 10th and 11th verse, he is coming up and he will give another reduction technique. Another reduction technique is coming, that is under the Chakrardhani. So, planets are, there are, if you can divide this zodiac. So starting from the like first house, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, so up to here, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So there are two halves, bright half and dark half, visible and not visible. So this is the visible half. From 7 to 12, this is the visible half. And from 1 to 6, it is not visible. It's a very mystical, actually. I'm just giving you some flavor, then you can understand, because even if one episode is required, actually. But I'm just giving you why it is very important. You can understand here, the red one is the Dharm Trikon. And here the green one is the Earth Trikon. And this color, this is the Kam Trikon, and yellow one is the Moksha Trikon. So you can understand here, the Dharm Trikon, this is a Dharm Trikon. So Trikon, this one is here. It is in the invisible half. Now Dharma Tirkon, Moksha Tirkon. Moksha Tirkon, the Trikon, the top of the Trikona, it is here in the invisible half. But in case of the Artha Trikon, it is going in the 10th house, visible. In case of the Kam Trikon, it is coming in the 7th house, visible. So Dharma Trikona, the top of the triangle, Moksha Trikona, the top of the triangle, basically that is the base of the triangle. If you think the top, it is in the invisible half. So it's very hard to realize. It's very hard to realize for the native, very difficult. So it's a very difficult, the observation it is not in a physical realm basically. There are so many other analysis also. So now first we will decode this one, what Mahaguru is revealing here for the longevity is concerned. Because in prediction that will help you. Because native does not understand what he is. Everybody is thinking he is the best. The first, that is the invisible half. Not understanding. Let's come in the verse. Parashara uvacha. So these two verses, 10 and 11, that is the Chakrardhani. That reduction he is telling. Sarvardha tri chaturth panch ast bhagam kramat graha vyayadvayam sthitah papo haret somyascha taddalam ekabhe tu bahusveko haret swansa bali graha na atra chinasya chandrasya papatam muni bhi asmritam. So we understand the visible half and invisible half. He categorizes. If malefics are posited there, then how much reduction? If benefics posited there, how much reduction? You have to go in the chart and one by one you have to think about all the 7 planets. So if it is in the malefic category, so it is in the visible half or invisible half. And then reduction will become like that. If benefic, if planet is in the, it's like 7, from 7 to visible half, so 7 to 12. We know the visible half is 7 to 12, these 6. So in visible half, if malefic is in the 12th house, then full. And then 11th house, then half. And then you have to go in a 1/3 and go like that. And for benefic, you have to go like that, what Mahaguru said. That is the reduction. You have to do the reduction. Then Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara revealed, if more than one planet is one house, in the verse 11, then you have to do the reduction of the only planet having the highest longitude. Don't apply reduction on all the planets. That would be disastrous. And the moon. So for malefic benefic discussion is coming up here. Malefic benefic discussion. Moon is the conditional benefic planet. So don't consider moon waxing, waning. Moon is always benefic when you are doing the longevity calculations. Some of the acharyas believe like Mercury also we should take like that. That seems to be logic, but Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara is silent. So many acharyas coming with their own techniques also for longevity. And we should welcome anybody if coming and if prediction is correct, because that is the style of Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara also. You come, but do prediction and your prediction has to be true. That is the only test. So he is opening the doors for anybody to do research. But the only thing is, whatever you are telling, the result has to be accurate or close to accurate. So that is the That is the revelation of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa. This is the reduction. This is the reduction number 3. That is the rule 3. So first rule was first reduction due to the combustion, half. Second, due to the inimical sign, 1/3. And then reduction in visible half. These are the reduction techniques. You have to do these reductions. Now, Mahaguru is coming up with the idea. Now he is exploring the idea. Exploring the idea, the concept of Lagna. We know Lagna is the native. Always we are saying Lagna is the native. Lagna is the Tanu Bhav. Tanu means body, physical body. So if Tanu Bhav is the Lord of the Tanu Bhav also, Lagnes, the Lagna. So if there is a malefic influence there, it means there is some damage. So that malefic influence will definitely reduce the longevity. So how much longevity will be reduced by those malefic influences? So who will influence malefic planets? Suryadev, Mangaldev, and Shanidev. These are the malefic planets. We are not taking notes in longevity calculation in Pindayu. So if Sun is posited in the Lagna, if Mars is posited in the Lagna, if Saturn is posited in the Lagna, they are definitely going to damage the native on longevity front. So that calculation, Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar is now revealing here through these two verses. Let's come. Laganans liptika hatva pratekam vihagayudh ayusa bhajya mandala liptadi vadyam varsadi sodaye swa ayuso lagne lagnage suryer mangale cha sanischare तदार्थम शुभदृष्टे पातयेत द्विजुत्तमम्. So if malefics in the ascendant, so these three malefics we talk. So in that case, how to calculate that damage? So we have to take the longitude of the Lagna. So we got a chart, so we got a longitude of the Lagna. And then we have to convert that longitude in minute only, completely minute. So there is a sign, degree, minute, second. So convert that one in minute only. And once you convert that one in minute, then multiply that one with the factors Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa already revealed for each planet. Like for Surya, that is for 19, and Moon for 25. You multiply that one, and then the product you will get it. Then divide that product by 21,600. You will get the value. And then subtract that value from the designated value of the planets, like Moon 25 years. So 25 year minus what you got. That much Ayu that planet will give. That is the reduction. That is the Chai. Then he is saying, if Subh Sandrishte Patiyet Dujuttama, the Ardham. So if any benefic aspect is there, then the haram, the damage you calculated after dividing by 21,600, then half that one. So that blessing is coming at least. So this is the revelation of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa. Now Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa, through next two verses, 14 and 15, he is coming up with the idea And that idea is explored in the Uttarakhand of this Shastra. Only planets are not blessing native Ayu. Lagnesh is also blessing native Ayu. So planets are blessing Ayu for every native, that is the fixed Ayus. But Lagnesh is blessing the native, that varies case to case basis. But the degree, because the degree of the Lagnesh for every native is not same. So that calculation Mahaguru is saying. So Mahaguru is now adding one more, 7 planet plus Lagna. Then it will become the Ashtak Vargas system. So now the 8 is coming in the picture. That idea will be explored in Uttarakhand. When Maitre again asks question, how to calculate EG method, give me EG method, then he will come up with the EG method. So let's come in a verse. लग्न राशि समास्तब्धा भागधेर अनुपाततः मासदादिका इच्छितन्ति लग्नायु सखे अपि कोविदा लग्नादायो सतुल्यः स्थान्तरे च अनुपाततः तत्पतौ बल संयुक्ते राशि तुल्यं च भाविते. So it's very, he's saying one Rasi, 30 degree, the one Rasi. So you consider 1 year. This 30 degree is 1 year. And the 2.5 is 1 month in proportion. So let us suppose it's a Cancer ascendant. So Cancer ascendant. So from Aries to Cancer you have to come. So from Aries to Gemini you come. So 3. So 3 year. Because 3 year, 3 bhavas, 3 year. And for that Lagna, you have to convert this one. You have to convert this one in minutes. You have to convert this one in minute. You have to apply this this method actually. So 1.5, then 1 month. So using this scale, then you have to add that one. So one house 1 year. So like it's a Scorpio. It's a Scorpio. So 7 year is fixed. And then you have to add that one applying this one based on the degree of the Lagna. So this is the method. So that also you have to add in the Pindayu scheme. So all the 7 planets, and then Ayu received from the Ayu, that blessing is coming from the Lagnes also. So that's from me. If you have any questions.
So my question is with reference to the 2 halves, the visible half and the non-visible half. So as per longevity, the reduction will be there if planets are there in the visible half. So that means that it's better to have planets in the non-visible half to have more longevity, because then there will not be any reduction.
This is
That.
longevity calculation is a very tricky. So this is the one of the Haran. So that reduction is one of the reductions. So there are other 3-4 reductions. So it is happening like if you are saving something here, then that might be you are losing somewhere else. So that is not a guarantee. If the planet is in the invisible half, then you will be more you are getting more longevity, because might be some other reductions in some other part will be happening. So that is not a guarantee.
So we can't correlate the 2 things, having planets in the non-visible half.
This cannot be a thumb rule, like having planet is an invisible half is good for the longevity, that is not a rule. Because we have to think in a holistic way. If we think in that line, so that would be very narrow-mindedness. So this Shastra is always encouraging for a broad and exhaustive and open-mindedness. So the whole technique we have to be on. Even Mahaguru is saying other techniques you also apply. You should apply with the Pindayu method. So even and in Pindayu method, this is the one reduction. So that cannot give you any idea.
And you mentioned that in case of having any malefic influence in the ascendant, then there will be a reduction. But if there is a benefic influence on the ascendant, then it will be half. So if more than 2 benefic planets are aspecting the Lagna, in that case, will it be half even further, or it doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't matter. Only one time we will do the reduction, or
Okay.
only one time we will get the blessings. So we will not duplicate the values. So Mahaguru Marci Parasa is saying if any planet, if Sub planet is aspecting, so if Subhata is coming there, then only that blessing is coming. So 2 times, 3 times, that is not considered.
And like moon, we should not consider even Mercury because that's also a conditional benefic. We should consider Mercury also as a benefic planet as per the longevity definition.
Yeah, that's very logical to consider Mercury. Although in Varjas, in Sanskrit, Mahaguru Marci Parasar is not saying anything about Mercury. But he is always indicating. If he said about moon, then you can go on that line. His expectation is same.
Okay. Thank you so much. So friends, that's all for today. If you have any questions, feedback and suggestions, you can write to us in the comment section. So we will be continuing with this longevity chapter in the next episode. Thanks for listening to us. Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Jai Gurudev.